We've all felt it. The feeling might come when you realize that you've invested too much stock into an idea about singing that isn't getting you anywhere. The feeling comes after another year has passed you by. And the feeling comes when you finally build up enough confidence to write and record your own music, but when you listen back, you cringe. You felt the call that there's got to be a real solution to your problem. But what can you do? We're going over 3 things in this video. Let's go. Number 1, we've got to start with your mindset. Do you know that it's estimated that we have over 60,000 thoughts every single day, and about 90% of them are repetitive or the same? It is highly likely that there's something that happened to you in your childhood. Somewhere along the way, someone said something to you, or you experienced something negative, and you're not even aware of the subconscious loop that's playing in the back of your mind that could be holding you back from being your best self as a singer. So the first thing I want to share with you is very simple but very powerful. This affirmation changed my life, and I hope that if you implement it, it will change yours as well. In the morning, right when you wake up, before you eat lunch, and before you go to bed, say to yourself over and over, I am a great singer. I'm confident, calm, poised, and serene. We gotta wash out the dirty water with clean water, so to speak. If you suggest this to yourself over and over and over, in due time, it can work wonders. Okay, number 2 is another thing that we all tend to do instinctively for the most part. And just because we do it instinctively though, doesn't mean we should do it. And that's reaching for higher pitches. We also have to remember that every potential solution carries potential issues with it. And so what I'm going to give you here avoids a lot of potential problems that can come dealing with the larynx rising excessively as you sing higher. This is a very simple trick, but it works amazing. Okay, so first of all, what I want you to do is take 2 fingers and put them right here on your thyroid cartilage or your larynx, the top of your larynx, and just say, ah, and just realize how that doesn't feel very comfortable. So now what I want you to do is take your fingers and move them down here to your sternal notch. Pretend and or imagine that your vocal cords are here. They're not, but pretend that they are. And then the resonance is going to hit somewhere high up in your head. And it's amazing when I do that. My voice feels so resonant and so easy. And it feels much better than when I go, ah, like that, because that one tightens my throat. So there, because just as a mental representation, I'm pretending my chords are here and I'm feeling the resonance higher up in my head, and I'm getting away from thinking directly where my vocal cords actually are, behind my thyroid cartilage, and I'm getting away from the mouth. When we tend to reach, everything gets stuck right here. Try this out on all of your exercises or even the songs that you're singing. Now, number 3 is kind of a game changer and seems to work a lot of magic for the voice. Before I tell you number 3 though, I do just want to mention one of the best ways for you to become the best version of yourself as a singer is to be on a systematic plan, going through exercises that are going to provide your voice with the right kind of stimulus that you need in order to make changes over time. If you're interested in something like that, I have several courses that I've made for you. My most recent course, which is just incredible, is called The 4 Laws of Vocal Technique. All of them are on sale for Labor Day weekend. If that's something you're interested in, I have links for you down below. And also, if you are liking this video, please give me a like. And if you haven't yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button and join the family. Okay, so on to number 3. This one is a total game changer. So when we speak, the muscle that runs through the vocal cord, which is called the thyroarynoid, which is really actually split up into different sections, has a specific pattern. Basically, we use the muscularis portion and the vocalis portion, back, front. We use those for pitch change, and we also use them for adduction. So we bulk the chords so that we can get some closure, and it's also tied to a lower pitch range. That's fine for speaking, but it's not so good at all for singing. And it's actually probably one of the main things that gets in the way from you mastering your middle voice and your higher voice, and really just singing well in general. So this exercise is going to help repattern those muscles to do something that is useful for you instead of hinder you. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the vocalis and the muscularis portions of the muscle out of the equation temporarily, and then we are going to bring them back in, giving them something positive to do. And that has a feeling, and that feeling is this. So we are going to look for the most pure, almost falsetto heady sounding ooh that you can find. You want to try to take out all of the thickness that you can. So it almost feels like I'm in head voice the whole time, but this is just the first portion of it, okay? Because we still have to bring those muscles back in and give them a job to do, and we're going to do that in a second. But I really want to make a distinction here. The initial sound that we're doing, you want this. Now listen, if I bring some of the thickness back in, that's not wrong or anything, but it is wrong for the sake of this exercise, what we're trying to accomplish. So go for the really hollow, pure, hooty sounding one. So you could be very thorough, and I encourage you to do this. You could work this in on thirds, then triads. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to skip straight away to the arpeggio, which is going to be like this. So we're going to use this ooh to set the voice up for success, to connect into a full mixed voice that feels effortless. So then the ah goes up just about as easy as the ooh. So when you swell that ah in, now we're using the vocalis portion of the muscle of the chord as timbre control instead of locking it to a pitch range and or trying to use it for adduction. See, when we're doing this sound, ooh, it's a very light, kind of weak sound, yes, but it's not breathy actually. So there is adduction or closure happening from the arytenoid muscles, which is the ones we should use when we're singing, as opposed to the muscles in the chords. And I know that that can sound confusing, but this exercise takes the confusion out of it and shows you what that feels like. So when you go, man, when you do that, it feels so easy. And then when you can do that, you really should try and start getting that coordination onto a song. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. So that's a pop example, but maybe you're a rock singer, so you could do it here. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Or potentially you sing musical theater. Waving through a window, waving, waving, whoa, whoa. Or if you're a classical singer, all'alba vincerò, vincerò, vincerò. It doesn't matter what genre of music you sing, this is fundamental to any vocal technique.